What's up, everybody? Welcome. It's Greg Day. What a day it is indeed. Greg Day is good day. All right, so yeah, this is basically an alpha build of 2.8. The beta should be out very soon. I mean, I say that. It was supposed to be out last Saturday, but they said it might delay more, but it probably in the next few weeks is a safe bet. Unless things take way longer than they anticipated, which, you know, that can happen, but probably in the next few weeks. Anyway, question was said, I don't think craft presence, I don't know what craft presence is, works on the daily. Into the next portal, what is craft presence? Do you get to craft presence? Alright. Is Discord integration? Why would you need what? What does that even mean? I don't even understand. What would Discord integration in gtnh be? Just chat? Like you can chat with the gtnh Discord from inside Minecraft or something? Do I have any additional mods? I have the notes mod, and that's it. That is the only additional mod. Oh, interesting. Just shows your activity. So like, just the fact that you're playing Minecraft does OBS not show that currently? Or I mean Discord? Maybe not. Or it says specifically you're playing Gregtech. I guess that might be the thing you care about sharing with people. What was I about to do? I was about to select something. Oh, I was gonna, my chroma key is a little jittery. I was gonna fix that. Video capture device, filters, chroma key. Yeah, it's going a little ham right now. Oh, that's because this light's not on. There we go. That helps a bit. Okay, so we'll get started here in a little bit. I just wanted to give a few minutes for people to show up to the stream before we dive in. I'm gonna follow the same policy. Policy is a weird word for it. I'm gonna do the same thing. Procedure, that's a better word. Starts with the same letter. The same thing I did for my, was it Space Age or Pyanodons? I think it was the Pyanodons launch, where I will go ahead and actually turn off Twitch chat, and I'll probably turn off the face cam too, just to start. And I'll start out with me kind of laying the groundwork for the series at the beginning of the episode. And so what I'll do is I'll talk about like my philosophies for the gameplay, you know, what, here, let me pull, I have a document, as all good organized people do. So yeah, I'll cover that in like the first 10 minutes or so, and then I'll release the hounds, you know, turn Twitch chat back on, and that'll be back on the screen, and then I'll start, you know, interacting. But for the first 10 minutes or so, I'll probably just be kind of monologuing about like the introduction to the series, who am I, what are my rules that I'm kind of following in the playthrough, what are the philosophies, how, you know, I'll describe the Zen Garden for those who are around for Pyanodons, how we're gonna do the Zen Garden, and then I'll kind of turn everything back to normal at that point. Do I have a PowerPoint? No, I do not. But maybe I should. Hey, thank you. Whatever your name is. Can't read whatever. I think that might be Arabic. I'm not sure, but thank you. Welcome back to gtnh. All right, do I need anything? I need my water. I don't have my water. I am now watered. Oh, this is green screen problems. All right. I think, let me get all situated. I think we're about ready to go here. Scary stuff. I mean, scary is maybe the wrong word, but exciting stuff. It's right there. The server's right there. Yeah, the shirt is a little bit off topic. It's more on topic though than any other shirts I have, so it's the best I could do. I don't have a gtnh shirt. I think I'm ready. I mean, look, I'm recording it and I can edit the recording, so the worst thing that happens is everything goes sideways and I have to fix it in post. You know, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, I mean, I think... Who's ready for this? I'm ready for this. Ashimaru, you are just on time. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna take chat off the screen for a minute. Take me off the screen for a minute. You guys can chat amongst yourselves while I intro the series, and then we'll be off to the races. So think of your clever comment for when I turn chat back on, you know, so you can be immortalized in the first minutes of the video. The stream today will be in the 3 to 4 hour range. I actually have something I have to get to later this evening. It's a little unfortunate that I can't do a super long one, but I will be streaming again tomorrow, so that'll be nice. Okay. Let me get my notes here. All right. Hello everyone and welcome to Gregtech New Horizons Season 2. I am Krydex and today we're going to begin the massive journey into this world. I'm super excited. This is version 2.8, which is technically an alpha right now, but it'll be in beta very soon, like in the next few weeks soon. And then it'll be fully released probably within a couple weeks after that. You can get the beta version by getting to the dailies on the dev versions. There's more information in the Gregtech New Horizons Discord. It's not too hard to find if you go looking for it. But what is Gregtech New Horizons? Well, this is the Big Mama mod pack for Minecraft. It's bigger than Pyanodons in Factorio, if you know what that is. It takes people thousands of hours to beat, and we're gonna start that journey. I don't know if we're gonna beat it. We'll only find out if we get started, and I'm hosting a local host server. I don't know what the seed looks like yet, so we're going to dive into that together. By the way, this is a live stream, but I turned off chat and my face cam for now just because I wanted to introduce the series kind of in a more controlled manner here. But we will be switching back on the face cam and the live chat here in a bit. So as with all Minecraft journeys, it starts with punching trees, and I'll talk a little bit more about the mod pack for those who don't know anything about it here in a minute. But I wanted to first kind of go over, like, who am I and what are we doing here? So I'm Gregtech. I'm a variety streamer. I have played mostly Factorio, but I've played a lot of games on my channel. I did Season 1 of Gregtech New Horizons last year and had a lot of fun with it. I got about 200 hours in. I'm hoping to get further this time, and there have been 2 major updates, which was the 2.7 update and the 2.8 update, which is now in alpha. So we're 2 versions further in, and there's lots of stuff. I'm gonna punch some oak logs here because, as with all Minecraft journeys, it starts with punching trees. Classic. I am just trying to get a few things done because the first day only lasts so long, and I'd like to have a bed before the end of the first day. I will talk more as we go. But there's a little bit of a rush here at the beginning, and I will grab these gardens because they have some snacks and we need food early on. And the main thing I'm hoping for is sheep. We need wool to make our first bed. Wood, wool, and a little bit of gravel. So I want this to be a series that you can play along with if you are interested. And so I will be talking a little bit about my setup and stuff. So here's some sheep. We're gonna get rid of these guys so we can get some, hopefully enough wool. I think we need 6. And yeah, so let's take out these sheep. Anyway, this series is going to be one that I'm hoping some of you guys play along with me, so I'm not going to... Oh, quicksand. I'm not going to be heavily editing this series. It's going to be edited for YouTube, but you can also watch live... Oh, wow, 2 squares of quicksand? That's annoying. Well, this is going to take up half of our first day. There we go. Alright. We're free. And punch this sheep. So Gregtech being a mini 1,000-houred mod pack is one that a lot of people burn out on, and I will share here in a minute kind of some of the strategies I'm planning on employing to try to not burn out. I'd like to get as far as I can get as long as my interest level is high. Now, obviously, I can't promise anything. I don't know if we'll get anywhere near beating the pack, but I want to get as far as I can, and so I need to employ some strategies to prevent burnout. Because it's really easy to get burnt out on something like Gregtech New Horizons, just because of it's a little grindy, it's got a lot to it, you know, it's got... Let's take a look at the quest book, by the way. We haven't opened this up yet. Look at this. Look at this. There's 2 pages before tier 0, and then there's a tier 0.5. You're 4 pages in. I mean, one of them's tips and tricks, but still, before you've even gotten to tier 1, it's crazy how much there is to do. We will be following the quest book pretty closely. I'm not planning to 100% it or anything like that, but I will I will make heavy use of the quest book because it's quite well done and it's really useful, but B, I think it's a great kind of pathway, especially for myself, not being a very experienced Gregtecher. And for you, if you're playing along, it's really nice to have someone who's kind of going through the quest book rather than skipping around and doing their own thing. So, like I said, this is designed to be a play-along series if you're interested, because I think everyone can play Gregtech New Horizons. If you're scared, I get it. I am too, a little bit, but it's not as bad as you think. The quest book is really nice, and if you apply some of the strategies I'm going to talk about, it's really not too bad. So you too can play Gregtech New Horizons. So we've got maybe enough wool here, and maybe enough wood, and maybe we can make a bed. Oh yeah, mobs explode sometimes. Welcome to Gregtech. Okay, so to make a bed, I do just know this one, or to make a crafting table, we need gravel turned into flint, and then we need 2 logs and 2 flint, and then we can make our crafting table. And then to make a bed, we need quite a few things, actually. We're going to need a bunch of planks. We might actually not have enough because we need to turn into sticks. And then we need wood. I hope I'm doing this right. I did it recently just to kind of practice. We need to make fences here. Yeah, and then I don't remember the rest. Oh, I'm in... Why does it... Okay, I think this has been fixed. It starts in cheat mode. I'll delete these. Don't worry. Those don't count. That's my bad. I forgot to disable that. I think that's been fixed. And we need a mallet and then 3 planks. Okay. So we are on an alpha version and that's been fixed. So don't worry about that. That won't happen to you in your game. Don't worry. You won't be an accidental cheater like me. So let's get some wood here. I may turn off those fireworks at some point. I'll leave them on for now. But they do get a little annoying to me personally, but they're also kind of fun and exciting. A little bit of both. But yeah, we need a bunch of planks, and then we need to make a stick, and then we do this for a soft mallet. And I think I'm still 1 log short. Okay, and then once we have the bed, then I can pontificate a little bit more here, because I'll feel less scared of nighttime. So we need 3 planks, soft mallet. Oh, we need to turn the wool into carpets. There we go. Stretch those across the top. Get a nice soft padding for us. Soft mallet, 2 fences, and we got ourselves a real bed. And we will trash the other 3. The cheated beds. Whoops. We'll just forget I did that. Now we're back in normal mode. You can actually see, you can click on things properly. Okay, we've got a bed. So, back to kind of how is this series going to look? Well, I have some philosophies that I think will help carry us through Gregtech New Horizons to be less burnouty. And Rule 0, and I always call it Rule 0 because it's a rule that everyone should be following when they're doing something for fun, like a video game. Have fun. If we're not having fun, we're doing something wrong, right? Like that is why we're here. I'm not here to make content. That is what I'm doing, yes, but it's not why I'm here. If I'm not having fun, the series will end, because it's not fun for you guys if you're watching someone not have fun. And you should stop playing if you're not having fun, right? So the goal is to keep having fun as long as we can. And to keep the fun alive, that's what the other rules are for. So rule number 1 is the Zen garden approach. And it's really fitting we spawned in a lavender biome here because it kind of looks like a Zen garden. And this is an approach that was coined, I believe, by Not Melon for the Pyanodon series, or the mod in Factorio, which is kind of the equivalent to Gregtech New Horizons in Factorio. They're very different in many ways, but they're at least in the same ballpark of like ultra complex, lots of crazy stuff, extra complicated and difficult in a lot of ways. And the idea of the Zen garden approach is that you're showing up to the game to tend to the garden. You're not here to progress the quest book to the next thing. You might end up doing that, of course, as you play, but that's not why you're logging in. You're logging in to just tend to the garden. You're going to do some things. You're going to do things that need to get done, and you're going to have fun doing them. It's very much a classic idea of like, it's all about the journey, not the destination, right? And that's what we're going to be implementing in this playthrough. It's about the journey, not the destination. We're going to try to make a space that we want to live in. We're going to make a base that looks nice. We're going to have fun setting stuff up, even if we don't need to set it up. We're not speed running. We're not trying to get to the end of the pack or even a specific point in the pack as quickly as possible. We're just relaxing and having fun. It is the Zen garden approach, and it's been working well for my Pyanodon series, and I think it works well for Gregtech as well. I need some food, so I'm looking for some of those gardens actually. This game has, I can eat raw mutton, but I could get food poisoning from it, so I'd rather not. So I'm looking for gardens with food in them. There's some corn. It's better than nothing. And a bamboo shoot. So, rule number 2 is prioritizing long-term gains. The more you invest into your future, the less frustrated you get. This idea is pretty common in software programming. It's known as technical debt, right? If you skip doing it the right way early on, then it comes back to bite you in the butt later. And if you do too much of that, it eventually adds up and you log into the game and you're like, oh my God, the number of things I have to do to be able to like get back to normal is so high that I'm overwhelmed. And so if you build up too much technical debt for yourself, you end up wanting to play less. So we're going to try to invest into those long-term gains early, do things right the first time, you know, batch craft things where we can to prevent overwhelmed stuff. And then finally, rule number 3 is that this is more of a content creator rule, is that my episodes are not inherently connected to big milestones in progress. I'm okay if the only thing that happens in an episode is derping around, looking at NEI, figuring out what we want to do next. Maybe I fix a thing or two. Maybe I go mining a little bit. If that's all we get done in one episode, I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to make every episode perfectly packaged. I will edit out the most boring. Like if I go mining for 2 hours, I'm not just going to leave all that in most of the time for the YouTube edits. At the same time, at the beginning, I will leave that in because that's what the game is about. Basically, as things get boring and more grindy feeling, I will just be hanging out with Twitch for those moments. If you want to see all those moments, you can go and watch the YouTube live VODs. You don't have to, like if you want to see all the minutes, you can watch the live VODs instead of the YouTube edits. So those are my rules. Just 3 rules. 4 if you count rule 0. Have fun, Zen garden, prioritize long-term gains, and the episodes are detached from progress. So I'm now going to turn Twitch chat back on, and they're going to go nuts. And then I'll turn on the face cam again. Like I said, this is going to be a live series. So if you want to join live, you can do that on Twitch or on, hi everybody, or on YouTube Live. So we'll be hanging out. I don't have a schedule set yet, so you'll have to join my Discord if you want to get announcements for my current schedule. But yeah, welcome everybody. I'm so excited. Gregtech New Horizons is so fun, and I can't wait to get back into this world. There's a lot of stuff new in 2.7 and 2.8. One of them is wooden tools, so we don't need flint to make tools anymore. So I actually need to go chop some more oak logs real quick. And yeah, let's get a couple things going, and then I'll talk a little bit about my settings for people who are wanting to play along to kind of see if, so that we can be in the same world together. It's only been 10 months. That is crazy. It feels like it's been longer. So the seed I'm using is 228-2025. So this is season 2 of Gregtech for me. Gregtech New Horizons, I should say. And it is version 2.8, and the year is 2025. So not maybe that creative, but it's something. So we're going to get some of the, what even is this called? Jacaranda wood. I've never heard of that. I assume it's a real thing, but I've never heard of it. And then, yeah, there might be a couple settings I need to fix. But I did a test stream before this one to make sure most of the settings were in the ballpark. So yeah, what features does 2.8 have to offer? And even 2.7 has a bunch that we'll get into later, like the changing of the ores. So when you mine ores now, you're not mining the block. You get the new Minecraft, I don't even know what you call them. Like if I type iron ore, well, first of all, there's these groupings now. And I changed the background. If you have a blue background that's a little visually noisy to you, you can do what I did and go into the settings to make it so that the groupings don't have a bright blue background. But yeah, when you mine iron ore, it turns into this, the raw ores. So that's a new thing. So there's that happened in 2.7. That's a pretty meaningful change. And then watch this. Oh, offhand. I freaked out the other day when I learned that 2.8 added the offhand somehow into Gregtech New Horizons. So now you can hold a torch in one hand while you do things with the other. It's just incredible. I'm so happy about it. So offhand is now a thing. Very exciting. I'm going to grab these blueberry bushes because they're actually quite a good source of food early on. Yeah, we are mining them. Okay. Yeah, and the torch can be held in the offhand. I don't know, does that actually create anti-mob spawning lighting, or is it only, because I've heard it's only client-side lighting. It might not prevent mob spawns, but it is at least, it helps you see, which is sometimes the only thing you care about. So that's important. So yeah, what are we doing in this episode? The first goal is to kind of find a place to live. And for now, we'll be surviving off of food grabbed from random stuff. Because that's just how it's going to work. Oops. What did I just... Oh, weird. I clicked on the arrow instead. Total misclick. Alright, and then with the logs, I was going to make some sticks here. And then we'll make some tools like sword, a shovel, a regular wood axe, and a pickaxe. Do I need a hoe for right now? Probably not. All right. So we got basic tools, and this is new to 2.8. If you're like, wait, wooden tools? Those don't work. You're right. This is a 2.8 thing. They changed that. We'll kill some more sheep. The mutton's nice to cook in a furnace. All of the meats are good food. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to go over from my little document here about introducing the series. I guess just kind of like, if you're new to Gregtech, it is a huge mod pack with tons of, it's a focus on automation. So if you're a fan of Factorio or Satisfactory, there's a decent chance you might enjoy Gregtech New Horizons as well. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about that for now. So I haven't been looking at chat just because I had so many things to say, but I'll start responding to chat. How close am I to being done with Pyanodons? A very long way. Very long way from that. Where are we going to settle? That's the real question. I don't want to settle in the lavender fields. We want, if you look at the top left here, the in-game info.xml, it shows us the humidity. We want to settle in a biome with good humidity because I do know a few things. And one of the things that I know is when we create a, it's probably in this age somewhere, water tank. It might be an LV. Or maybe tips and tricks. I should probably just search for it. Water tank. Oh, I misclicked. I meant to click this one. No. Where are you? I mean, I know it's going to be in here somewhere. Anyway, a water tank utilizes the humidity in the biome, and it collects infinite water for you for free. So, anyway, as far as people looking for links to the daily dev builds, you can go to the Gregtech New Horizons announcements channel. So just join the gtnh Discord, and there'll be a link right there in the announcements. If you don't want to join Discord, I'll plan to put a link in the description of the YouTube episode for those who are watching the future edited series. Let's eat some blueberries. You can only eat an item like 4 or 5 times in a row before it loses all of its value. There seems to be a bug. Wait, what? How was I able to eat that 9 times? Did they nerf this? Cadis? What? How could I eat so many of them? The first 20 are free. Oh, interesting. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, so they didn't nerf it. It's just a beginning of the game change. I should not be running into the snowy forest. That's a bad play. Please don't eat me. Why are you eating me? Oh. Well. Welcome to Gregtech. Okay, first death, easy peasy. There's reason number 2 why you shouldn't be in the... No! I almost just jumped into quicksand. Reason number 2 why you shouldn't be in the snowy forest. We just had to say hi to Direwolf. Grab some zucchinis and whatnot on the way over. Anyway, to all who have said, like, you know, happy GTNH day and stuff like that, thank you for the comments. I don't know who you are, but I love seeing people suffer. Yes, thank you, thank you. John Brown, how's it going? Glad you're here. Pyanodons, for those who don't know, is I already talked about that. Sorry, my brain's going in like 500 directions at once here. But yeah, a lot of people are commenting on playing Pyanodons and Gregtech at the same time. At first I thought it was weird too, but Pyanodons has become part of my morning routine, and I really enjoy it as part of my day. And I only ever do like 1 or 2 episodes a day usually. I don't generally play longer than that. Sometimes I need to because I need to like plan ahead or whatever. But for the most part, I'm only doing 1 or 2 episodes, and that really helps me not burn out. Because like I actually often am not getting to play enough. Like when I'm done, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait again to get to do the thing I wanted to do tomorrow. So being able to do that's really nice. Are YouTube comments not showing? Gosh dang it. If they're not, that's really annoying again. I have a thing that should be showing that. Let me double check on that. Sleep. Test. Yeah, it seems like it should be working. There's that one. I think I was just responding to old comments, is all. You guys saw the comments I'm responding to. They were just a while ago. Yeah, they're showing up now. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Let me delete this. Control B, remove. I'll try to mention hotkeys when I press them because not everybody knows what all the hotkeys are. And so, and sometimes hotkeys exist that you didn't even know existed. So I'll try to remember to point those things out when I get to them. Because again, I want to be a noob-friendly stream. Like if you're new to the game, I want you to feel like you can play along with me and learn the things you need to learn to be able to play. I keep hitting tab for my inventory. I might have to change that because that's what Factorio is, and because I'm going to be going back and forth between the games. Wait, is that even true? Is tab inventory in Factorio? My brain is already gone. This is what Gregtech does to you. Look at me. I'm already losing my mind. I don't need a gray wool. I don't need barley right now. I need to focus on things that actually matter, like food. Until we find a good spot to make our home. That's goal number 1. Find a spot to make our home. And I also have... I think, whoa, what is that? Why did that pop up? I hit Control 3 and that popped up. That's weird. I'm using OBS to try to create chapter markers, which enables me to edit a lot more easily later. So I'm going to try to use that. So that way, if I'm about to do a time lapse, you know, of mining, I can like hit a hotkey on my keyboard, and then I know when I'm editing later, like, oh, this is where I started doing that time lapse. But apparently Control 3 shows a recipe for what you're looking at, which I need to change. I am gonna collect these. I don't need all of them, but I'll at least get the berries. Because they grow, I keep doing tab for inventory. They grow automatically, so. I'm gonna trash that one random plank. And all my items got messed up. Okay, and I just want to put random food in my hotbar here. So we can munch. I don't even know if there is a full changelog for 2.8 yet, because it's only in the alpha. I'm guessing when the beta releases, they might do a full changelog. I think my plan right now is to follow the river. So let's follow the river this way. And I probably should start... Oops, I meant to right click. I was literally going to say I should probably start collecting the gardens. So for those who don't know, the Pam's Gardens are all necessary for the Healing Axe quest. That is an item that basically gives you hunger and saturation if you just hold it. So it's a really valuable item to have. But it takes a lot of work to get. A lot of farming. And yeah, there is another way to get it with like some crazy stuff, but that involves magic and other things I don't understand, and unstable ingots, I think. Am I remembering that right? Unstable ingot. No, I should search for Healing Axe first. Yes. I think I remember watching a thing about this, but the problem is it required you to basically use cheese to turn an unstable ingot into like a glitched version that is stable or something. I don't even know if I understand what I watched, but whatever I watched used cheese, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't like cheesing things generally. And while it may be true that the devs might not care, it still just feels wrong when people use cheese to get something they're not really supposed to get. So I'm just going to follow the river for a while until we find a good spot. Grab that garden. I don't have enough inventory space to grab all the gardens, unfortunately. But I can grab the ones I find until we run out of space. Yeah, Hephalis, exactly. The gardens can be replicated, so that's why I'm collecting them, is that I can plant them by my base, and they slowly, very slowly, like, replicate themselves. Finding coconuts is definitely painful. This is a wetland, which I really don't like. I might not... I don't know. I might give up on following the river. Is the game loud enough, by the way? It feels like it's a little quiet. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. There is a herb garden. Here are blue orchids. That's actually, I think, one of the things you need for the Healing Axe. That can be really annoying. Wow, there are gardens everywhere here. I guess that is a benefit. Holy gardens, Batman. We need to get rid of a willow sapling and pumpkins and a spruce sapling, and I don't care about... I can get as many of my own head as I want later. Yeah, hopefully I don't get banned for having YouTube and Twitch chat on the screen at the same time. I've looked into it a dozen times. I didn't mean to do that. And as far as I can tell, it's not against their terms of service. Merged chat is against their terms of service, but I'm not merging the chats. They're separately on the screen, and there's nothing explicitly prohibiting that. And as far as I know, there are no instances of people getting banned for having separate chats on the same screen. So if anyone knows of that happening, let me know, but I've never heard of it. People getting banned have only been the merged chat people. Rubber trees. You know what? This would be a good time to cut these down and get some rubber saplings. There are better ways to get rubber later, but at least having a few rubber trees is a good thing to start with. Yeah, people with merged chats are definitely against the TOS. A lot of people are doing it anyway, and it's just been safe, but they could get, you know, warned for it or whatever. Should I just keep following the river, or should I go in a random direction? What do you guys think? I don't actually know. The other thing we're gonna want is like a desert somewhere. We're gonna want to settle near water for the water. And we do need to be at least close enough to a river where we can go on clay collecting. Oh, that's oil. And then you need tons of gravel early game too. So there's all kinds of things you need that are often near rivers. But man, these wetlands are annoying to walk through. So you have to right click those to get them rather than left click. Walk through some mud here. What else is actually food? I might need to get a, whatchamacallit going, furnace. I can eat beans. I can eat beans. All right, it's almost nighttime. Lots of bunnies. This is a giant wetlands biome. Goodness. Yeah, maybe I should go west. Let's go across the river and go west. Yeah, the diminishing returns of food is, I don't mind it, because I actually like the early game farming, and getting a variety of decent foods is not actually that hard. But for people that don't enjoy the farming early game or whatever, it might be a little restrictive. Was that something interesting on the edge of the map to the east? Yes, that was something interesting. That's a village. We should probably go check that out. I'm glad somebody isn't blind. Yeah, that too, Probag. The quest book gives you a lot of food as reward as well. Also, it's funny. I remember when I did my season 1, I got so many comments from people. Okay, maybe not so many, but a lot. Where they're like, you shouldn't sprint. Why are you sprinting? You're so dumb for sprinting. Okay, no one actually called me dumb, but it was that vibe of like, I know better than you. Like, you're not supposed to sprint early game. Who cares? There's plenty of food. Why is sprinting a problem? I'll just eat more food, you know? I don't know. I never had problems feeding myself. It was just funny, like, how anti-sprinting people were, because it does use your hunger faster, sure, but I'd rather get places faster. Eat some kiwi here. Curry leaf. Alright, village is up here. And we got cashews. Ooh, fancy. So, so we have found a village. There's wheat. Rubber tree. Did I get rubber saplings, by the way? I didn't even, like, pay attention to if I picked up some rubber saplings when I cut down the tree. I don't think I did. That's funny. I got a bunch of rubber wood and sticky resin, but I didn't get any rubber saplings. Ooh, a cauldron. Nice. And bookshelves, like a lot of them. This is good stuff. Pressure plates and doors as well. Like, doors are not easy to make. Gregtech doors. By the way, I need to change the hotkey. Well, what is the hotkey? It's just 3. Recipe. So should we change that to... Let's change that to like 8. So here's the recipe for door. It needs iron rings, iron screws, or well, metal rings and screws, a trapdoor, planks, and tools. What's up, Kieran Z? Welcome, welcome. We've already got spammers. Wow, that's a new thing. How do I ban somebody? I can put them in timeout. I can report them. Does that also ban them? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I haven't gotten spammers on YouTube chat before. That means there's a lot of people here. Welcome, everybody. You've attracted spammers. Good for you. Alright. Can I get into this building? Maybe? You guys have literally put yourselves into a fence here. That's weird, but okay. There's 2 doors. Smooth stone slabs. Now I can't get out. I'll let you guys stay trapped there. Take another boosh. Nothing in there. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of goodies are here. I don't have the inventory space to collect everything. Apothecary. Ooh. What do we got in the hidden chest? Clay, tongue of dog, and some glass bottles. I don't remember if the glass bottles are hard to make or not. They might be. Everything is Gregified most. Whoa, what are you? Guards? You guys just going in circles? Having a party? Whoa, they are having a party. Goodness. And an apiary? Nice. 2 apiaries if we're, when we get into bees. That'll be great. I do plan to get into bees at some point. Nothing fancy in here. A little bit of an overgrown house. Okay, not like the best village of all time. What we're really missing is a Tinker's Smeltery. That's kind of a bummer. There are a lot of crops here, so I can come back for food. Let me eat what we have. Is this the start of the series? Yes, Seminar it is. Welcome, welcome. Something seems to be wrong still. Why is it letting me eat so many things? Why is it letting me eat 9? It feels like there's a bug that's letting me eat more than I should be able to eat. We'll test it with mutton when I'm hungry next time. Oh, so the formula did change, so it's more forgiving now? You only need like 3 foods to cycle through? Because before you kind of needed 4 or 5 foods. It would basically, the 5th one you would eat would be like less, but still doable. Oh, there is a Tinker Smeltery. Yes! Oh, nice. Okay, that is dope. This is what we love to see. So this will save us a ton of work later. There's even 2 casting basins and 2 casting tables. That's really nice. Okay, so these things are not the easiest to make. You have to have a bunch of seared bricks, which is made by a bunch of grout, which is annoying because it's clay dust and sand and gravel. It's not all that hard, but like it's annoying because you need the paper for the patterns and it's a ton of like busy work. So not needing to make all those blocks just saves us a bunch of busy work, which is nice. Let me actually just mark this on the map. Tinker's Smeltery. And we'll come back for all this at some point. Definitely don't want to live here. This is not a great place, so we'll come back for it. Part of me wants to be close to the desert, actually, so I might actually go back to the west and explore over here. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll grab mushroom gardens so we can get those replicating. Tropical gardens. All right, let's just run straight west. And I keep hitting tab for inventory. Why am I doing that? Does anybody know? Because in Factorio, that's not what tab is. It's still E for inventory in Factorio. So I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't want the orchid. I'm just going to line all the gardens up along the top here. Perfect. Don't need a random cobblestone. Hey, Sviplet. Thank you so much for the 11 months. All right, it's getting to be evening times. Does Valheim have tab for inventory? Yeah, maybe it was Valheim. It wasn't Satisfactory. That was a long time ago, so that muscle memory is probably gone by now. Or maybe something's being triggered in my muscle memory. I don't know. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh man, they made Gregtech easy. They're getting soft. You can eat 8 times and still have 100% nutritional value. And it's only tracking the last 20 things you've eaten. So now you only need 3 foods. Technically, you could even do 2 foods and just burn a couple on each cycle of 10. That's crazy. So at 9 times, then it goes down to 37.5%. Cadis, it seems like there is a bug then. If it's supposed to be decaying on the 5th time, it's not. It's not decaying at all until it gets to 9, and then it's all the way down to 37.5%. So there seems to be a bug with that. For sure. Let's clear a little space for our bed here. And then we will start taking a look at the quest book once we've found a spot to settle. And nighttime. Yeah, it sounds like the math is being done right, but it's not triggering until you eat the 9th one. Because I was just showing it a second ago and we had eaten 8 and it's still at 100% of its nutritional value. Factorio tab is map. Maybe that's why I'm doing it, but even then that doesn't quite make sense. I'm pretty sure I changed what my tab key does in Factorio. Oh, I know what it is. In Factorio, I think I have tab set to FNEI. So when I'm wanting to look something up here, my brain is thinking tab for that instead of open up inventory and then search. Also, is there a way to automatically select the search menu? Because that would be kind of nice. Autofocus, yes. There we go. I kind of like the... wait, no, that's not what it does. Do I even want that to happen, though? If I open this, do I want that to already be waiting for me to type? Maybe not. Whoa, we got speedy boost from sleeping. Control F. Oh, but after I'm here. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Let's make use of our speed boost here and go as far west as we can. We will need this aluminum gravel, so we'll make a little note of that. Oh, that's not aluminum gravel. That's zinc gravel? What the heck? Well, maybe I should care about that. So I will note it, and don't know why that's there. That's a new thing. Collect all the gardens. We'll be a farmer early game. Why do I have my bed instead of a sword? That's a weird thing to walk around with. Oh, there is no more aluminum gravel. Interesting. Interesting. Lots of changes. There is another huge change in 2.8 that I am interested in, which is the what's it called? The auto crafting, which is what they're calling it. I don't know. That doesn't quite feel like the right name, but basically, oh, this is still here from my test stream the other day, even though that was on a different save. It allows you to create a crafting chain using NEI, and with one click, it will craft the whole chain as long as all the items you need for it are in your inventory and you're using a vanilla crafting table to do it. You can't use like Tinker's crafting tables. It won't pull from inventories. So it's a really strong feature. You could, like, for example, you could batch craft an entire stack of LV circuits. So it's kind of like an auto clicker if it went ham. You know, if you spent 3 hours programming auto hotkey to like do a stack of LV circuits for you, it does that automatically. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Ooh, what is this? If you could reasonably hit someone with a bed, it would do more damage than hitting them with a sword. You know, point taken. Point taken. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's fake. Fake iron pickaxe. But what we do get is a free chest, which is nice. Let me get the door too. I should have grabbed a couple doors from the town. I don't love ruining towns, but this building I don't mind messing with. I didn't pick it up. Oh, classic. I feel like the music is loud compared to the gameplay volume. I will probably switch to just lo-fi music at some point. Because the Minecraft music is a combination of too sporadic and also sometimes too repetitive. I like the music, it's just pretty repetitive for a game you spend hundreds of hours in. There's one of those things. What am I looking for, man? We gotta find a place to live. What biome is this? Wetland? It does have good humidity, but I don't know if I want this many trees. I don't know, Aloy, that's why I called it one of those things. I don't have a name for it. That's my best guess too for what it's called. That is my best guess too. Alright, all these gardens are going to be really helpful later. We will thank ourselves for that. Ooh, okay, this is more the type of biome I'm interested in. A little bit of elevation. Not that I want to be on top of the mountain or anything, but just like not trees everywhere. Ooh, and there's water over there. This could be a good spot. This could be a decent spot. The humidity here is 80%, which is a little low. You'd prefer 90 or 100, but it's enough that I don't think it would impact our playthrough too much to have the water tanks only get 80% of the water. So that's certainly an option. Now this is the mountain biome. Grove is the biome over here. Okay, and this is not a river. This is just a lake. I'm starving officially. I might need to murder some more mobs and make a furnace and do some cooking. I guess I can always just break some gardens. Oops. Did a soybean. Yum, yum, yum. Imagine just one soybean out in the wild. Sustenance. A single soybean is all you get. Ooh. Cave right there. So, what do you think, guys? Are we gonna dig? Are we gonna go underground? Or are we... Oh, there's even lava right there. Or are we gonna build an above ground house? Last season, I went with the mostly underground approach with like some access to outdoors. It's called Minecraft. I need some water. Ooh, berries. Lots of berries. Can you... How do you get the actual berry bush? Do you need a hoe for that? Probably. First we mine, then we craft. Apparently... Oh, no. Game rule, do fire... Well, do we need to turn it to false? I will if we need to. I don't mind if a few trees die, but if certain biomes, you will get wrecked if the fire spreads. I think we're okay here. Yeah, we'll be fine. Is it the Black Forest biome or whatever, where the trees are so dense that they're gonna all touch each other and the entire forest will end up burning? Oh, here's another garden. Apparently this is just the garden collecting stream. I still haven't found the perfect place to live. We need our new home. All right, munch on a bunch of those. Just about nighttime again. Where do we go? The meadow? I do like meadows. Maybe we check that out. Some quarried stone. Still can't go to bed until 6:30. It's so late. 6:32 and a half, to be specific. Maybe it rounds to 6:33. I don't know. But, grab that bad boy. The game was called Cave Game until Jack Black said his famous line. I have not seen the Minecraft movie, and I'm not gonna lie, but I don't really have an interest in it. Does not look like my kind of movie. But we got a little summoning witch circle thing here, and a chest cart, 12 tracks, knowledge notes? What is that? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I need to change my NEI hotkey. Here's a pro tip. Some of the NEI hotkeys I think are kind of bad because you can't reach them with your left hand, which is the hand that's on the keyboard, assuming you have a standard left-right hand setup. So what I like to do is change the... Harder to find the hotkeys now, or the settings. I like to change this one to like Y, and then I change the, what's it called, usage to T, and I change back to last recipe to the tilde key, and then I also end up changing, I forget what they are, I'll have to play with these, but the like previous page, next page, previous machine, next machine, I change those to like 1 and 2 and stuff. That should be 2 and 1, I don't know why I did it that way. Did I go crazy? I did both of those backwards, but Z and X is correct. Weird. Anyway, so then when you're in NEI, you can be like, oh, like, let me I think the autofocus on the search is really messing me up. What does extended mean? I have no idea what extended means there. But like when you click on something, this is still not working. Maybe E is a bad key to use. Maybe I should use W. Because if we were looking at something that had multiple pages, we should be able to use Z and X. What has multiple pages? None of these do. Iron Nugget should have like a bunch of pages there. So I can use Z and X to like scroll through these, which is nice. And then I can use 1 and 2 to scroll through something. And then Q scrolls through all the machines. Maybe I need to do Q and W. Samwise Gamgee was a gardener who went on an adventure. See you later, Fiplet. What am I changing? Hotkey, key binding, inventory. Next machine is W. So now, yeah, there we go. So you can change the machine here. I don't know what 1 and 2 do, to be honest. Item panel page, whatever that means. Can I show the Can I show the food bug again? It depends on if we have enough of a certain food. Here, yeah, we can. So here the mutton we have not eaten recently. We eat it 4 times. And you can see nutritional value still 100%. We eat it 5 times. Nutritional value still 100%. We eat it 6 times. Nutritional value still 100%. 7 and 8 still 100%. And then you eat it 1 more time and boom, down to 37.5. All right, is this a good place for a base? What do you guys think? What do y'all think? Should we build our base here? Flatten some land. There's some good... I don't like these trees. They're going to be really annoying to chop down, so that's a thing that I would have to worry about. It's not super flat, but nowhere is very flat. There's a redwood over here. Let's see what's to the north. And I should probably get a bunch of mutton and cook it up. So the Grove is a fine biome. I don't hate it. Wouldn't say I love it. I need a new food now. I guess I could just break some berry gardens. I do have a lot of those. What's up here? Ah, water. What is this? This is... oh, it's one of these things. A troll hut or something. I should grab this cauldron. The other one's in the village, which I plan on going back to. Oh, and a torch. Should grab the torch as well. Don't need lavender right now. And another door. You think that's intended? If count is greater than... it doesn't really make sense, though, that they would go from 100% down to 37.5% rather than gradually decreasing. Oh, these are the good, this is the good cotton. We want this. I really need to find home so I can start putting things into chests, because I want all this stuff. I can get rid of a couple sticky resin. That's not a big loss. But yeah, we want some of this cotton to replant. It's way better than the Pam's cotton or flax or whatever it is that you use to get string. It's not, that's the good one. I'm just gonna sit here and eat whatever this is. Winter squash. I'm not digging these biomes. I think we should keep looking. Blackberries. I don't really know it, but I feel like I'll know it when we see it. Whatever it is that we want. Grab some more berries. Easy food. Oh, so it does it so that as the hunger's rounding down, it keeps adding 1 until it gets, I see. So that's kind of its version of like rounding up, I think is what I'm understanding from that. All right, this is dead tree zone. I don't know. I'm not feeling any of these biomes. So we shall keep exploring. That's what we're here for. This is the Zen Garden experience. I'm not in a rush. We'll find somewhere eventually. Wait, are these ones I can just take? They are. They don't have to grow. All right, let's see what this direction holds. I do still need rubber saplings. If I'm really lucky, I'll find a slime island sooner rather than later, and then I can just use that. Alright, it is nighttime. Looks like we found another river, though. Guess I'm sleepy in real life. Alright, so this is a new river. Which way should I follow it? North or south? Let's go north. And we can eat 10 more berries. Gosh, they get eaten so fast. That's crazy. Chomp, 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 chomp. I turned off the dynamic FOV, field of view, for what it's worth, so that's why sprinting might look a little weird to you. I like it a little bit, but it also gives you this weird impression that you're going way faster than you are. So it's kind of nice to have it turned off, because then you can actually feel how much faster you're going instead of the game tricking you into thinking you're sprinting way faster than you are. There's barley. Maybe we should get a furnace going. I don't even have the inventory. Wait, what? Oh no, I have pork chops here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just what I'm saying is like, rather than using a ceiling function where the nutritional value says 37.5%, but it's rounding up, it's actually changing the nutritional values so that it's basically the rounding is happening in a confusing way, is all I'm saying. It makes sense that it's doing that, but it's a little bit odd for on the player facing side. Well, I guess we'll just swim across here. And the goal is to find a relatively flat area with relatively good... maybe dig into the side of a mountain a little bit like we did last time. Go underground a little bit. I don't want to go too... I don't think I want full underground, though. Okay, I'm gonna get a furnace so we can get these pork chops. It is actually a little sad. The old version of gtnh, which had the flint tools... Oops, what am I doing? That's not how that works. Gravel. Had fire aspect, so when you would kill mobs, you would automatically cook... You would light them on fire automatically, and then you would... get cooked stuff out. The knife still has flame aspect? Okay, well that's nice. That's knife. And now I can grab this and do this on the right thing, and then we have light while we shovel. It's amazing. I'm just doing this to get some cobblestone. Oh, Aylor, I thought your first comment was sarcasm. But then you mentioned LTN. Now I know you were actually being genuine. Yeah, I mean, I think my UI takes are sometimes hot takes, for sure. I have a lot of very particular preferences, but I think a lot of the time, like, I'm very sensitive to things that a lot of people just don't notice or don't care about, and that in some ways makes me very picky, but I don't know if it makes me, like, I think the things that I'm picky about often are things that might add friction to a lot of other people too. They're just not noticing that it adds friction to their own world. I think it's this. I don't remember. Nope, that's wrong. How do I make a furnace? Let's find out together. Oh, it's kind of like that. Okay. 3 flint between 3 cobble. Or it's a flint sandwich. That's what it is. Alright, and then we can throw some random spruce logs in there and then get some pork chops cooked. And yeah, I'm hoping for a good biome. None of these have felt right to me for a place to put our base. Dead forest, there's a grove over here, there's the lavender fields, which is way too much lavender. Not a fan of that. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I gotta... Oh, I lost a window in OBS. Where did it go? Sorry, 1 second. Controls, stats. There we go. Okay, I was just making sure I'm not dropping frames or something. All right, we got 7 of the chops. Go ahead and munch those. Okay, yeah, see there, we could only eat 5 of them before it changed something. So that makes sense. It's just a little different than how it used to be. The bottom line is that you'll still want 4 to 5 foods to cycle through to get the full effect. So it's roughly... Oh, I ran out of fuel. Crap. This is like watching paint dry. I don't like being tied down. I like being a nomad. Living off the land. My patience has run out. Carry on we shall. And apparently I'm going... There's a temperate river. You know, this could be a good biome. Maybe over here, across the way. There's a big tree over there. It's going to be a long journey to get that Tinker Smeltery when we finally decide we need it. We'll probably want to gather everything from the town in one trip. Go faster. Alright. What do we got? Humidity's 60% only in Temperate River. Oh, this is a meadow. Ooh, I do like this, though. I mean, the grass is kind of annoying, but I like the flatness of it. I do like the look of spruce trees, even if they're a little annoying to cut down. They're still not the worst. There's even is that a roguelike dungeon over there? Giant redwood tree towering above the cloud. Or is that redwood? Or is that something else? I don't know my big tree types. It's something. Get some raspberries here. Oh, am I full inventory? I sure am. Why don't I eat some raw pork chops? Just to get rid of them. You can't eat food while you're holding a torch. It's kind of annoying. Like it just places the torch because you're doing right click. I don't know if the other... I haven't played enough of newer versions of Minecraft to know if that's how it works. Can you move the food to your offhand first and then eat that way? No, it still places the torch first. That's funny. Are there any good early inventory expanders in gtnh? Yeah, so there are some pretty easy to get backpacks early on, which is nice. Whoa, some steel ingots right here. I just don't have the inventory. We're gonna have to mark this. This is a safeguard so you don't accidentally eat the torch. Exactly. Munch, 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 munch. Would not be good. So yeah, it's weird if no matter what you do, you'd end up placing the block before eating. Okay, this could be a decent spot. The humidity here is only 70%, which is not great. But there's a grove right on the other side here. Let's check this out. Yes, that tower does have a basement. Those are roguelike dungeons. There's lots of goodies down there. Bunny. We're gonna need to go take a sleep so we can get a better view on all this. The tower has an enchantment table in the basement. Is that guaranteed, Cadis? Or is that just sometimes? I can't remember. What do we think about down there for a base? Kind of between these two mountains. We could have buildings that are in each of these, kind of drilled into the side. This is a relatively flat area. Not too many trees to have to get rid of. 80% humidity here in the Grove. Access to water. I'm thinking this could be a good spot. And as far as the location, there's the roguelike dungeon close, which is nice. There's, I mean, that Tinker Smeltery is pretty far away. We'll make a big trip at some point to go get it, but I'm thinking this might just be where we settle. More lava coming out the side of a mountain. Let's climb on top of this mountain first to get a view of the area before we settle for sure on what we're doing. Okay, this holding torch thing is actually quite annoying when you're trying to eat. Is it that way with like all foods? If you have an offhand block, is it gonna place the... Oh, that's really annoying. So you kind of can't use offhand with food, like at all. I wonder if that can be fixed. Because that's pretty annoying. Okay, do I need to do anything about this fire? I think it's fine. Shift right click? Oh, if you sneak right click, it won't place the offhand item. Is that the vibes? Oh, that didn't work. Please don't tell me this is one of those things that forces you to use shift, because I rebound shift. No, that doesn't seem to do anything. No, Aloy, it's not only one button to switch. It does the wrong thing either way. It places rubber wood if I'm holding the rubber wood, and it places rubber wood if I'm holding the berries. I don't think there's a way to do this. Let me try shift. No, shift right click doesn't do anything different either. Yeah, if you look in the air, it works fine, but that's pretty annoying to not be allowed to look at anything that you could potentially click on. I feel like if you have food held, it should just eat the food rather than place the block. Again, it may not be possible, but that would be my expected behavior of the game. Alright. I feel like that is a little bad that there's an ocean over here, because then we're just... It makes it more annoying to explore for ores, because there's less chunks nearby that we can walk to. Because this is going to seriously impact ore chunks that we're looking for. So, I guess it's really more just a lake. That's not an ocean. Okay. Now that we can see the other side. That's not too bad. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm in. I think this feels like a fine spot to get started here. Does it eat the food if you try to mine with it? Well, no, because that's left click. Left click doesn't try to eat food. Speaking of food, I should probably eat some. I have plenty of berry gardens. Let's just break a couple of these and eat the fruits of our labor. Oh, there it is. Offhand coming to get me again. Yeah, I will use the offhand a lot less if every time I eat it's going to ruin me. I can just throw away the quest book, by the way. There's no need for that. I can make more if I need it. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll get used to just not aiming at anything whenever I eat something. There is some jank in the Minecraft world, sadly, because it's a game within Java. So there's a lot of rules that developers have to play by, unfortunately, that don't always make for the best experiences, but nothing can be done about it. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back over where we're going to make the base. And when I say base, it's going to be a hole in the ground for a while. But hey, that's something. Grab some gardens while I'm here. Okay, and I think most of what we just did will be a time lapse in the edited version, so here I shall put a chapter marker. All right, so for those from future YouTube, hopefully the time lapse of all that exploration was enjoyable. And I think this is where we're gonna make our base. So it's kind of between two, there's a cloud just going through the tower, or the redwood tower tree. There's a roguelike tower over there, which is why I was saying the word tower. And there's kind of these two mountains, and I think this will be a nice kind of area where we can build some flat ground, but also have some roads that like go into the side of one of these mountains as kind of an underground base area. So we can kind of do similar to what we did last time. I like having a mixture of overworld and underground, because when you're all underground, that's a little much for me. I don't think I want to be pure underground. But I like having some underground as well. So I think this is where we will build a base. So for now, what I'll do, and it is just a lot safer and easier to go underground at first. I need some food for now. We've been eating a lot of random stuff, but we'll finally be able to place down a furnace and cook some stuff, which will be good. Yeah, Minecraft is very tricky to mod because of all of the different pieces of the different elements of jank between, yeah, server plus multiplayer plus not being able to modify Minecraft itself plus being in Java. Thankfully, the newer versions of Java are helping with some of the issues that existed for a long time. But I'm thinking let's get started right. Where do we kind of want our baseline to be? Like the average Z level? Because if we go too high, we have to build up too much, and if we go too low, we have to flatten too much. So I'm thinking like maybe this tile or this tile feels about right. Yeah, I think this tile is my tile. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna begin the base right here. Ooh, this is exciting. I know I'm just digging dirt blocks, but conceptually, I'm very excited. My shovel just broke. But we can make a new one. It's so weird to make wooden tools. Okay, so it is a little bit far to get into the side of the mountain there. Am I too low? No, because the water's still lower. I mean, what's my Y level? I guess I can look over at the side. This is still 69. Oh, it's the nice, right? We gotta start at this Z level. I didn't even mean to pick this Z level. All right. Well, what I will do is just kind of skip to being closer to the mountain for now. We'll just dig a hole here. We'll flatten stuff out later, but for now, this will be kind of the entrance to our little hidey hole. We will place the one torch that we have for now. Torches are kind of difficult to get in the early game in Gregtech, so a torch requires actual coal, charcoal, or lignite coal, or coal coke, or sticky resin and string, or torch berries, but we don't have those yet. So we have to find a lignite coal vein, and it's not just everywhere like it is in Minecraft. Yeah, there was some coke back with the steel, so I might run back for that at some point. As far as things we found while exploring, We didn't find a whole lot. We did find some steel though, which you can tier skip a little bit with steel, like the adventure backpack I think you can get with steel that you can't get early on. So for those who don't know some basic hotkeys, there is F7. I don't know my hotkeys either. F9 overlays the chunk borders, and you can see where ore chunks are. So like the ore vein, it's always easiest to dig down in that blue area because that'll be where the ore vein is centered. And then F7 shows where mobs can spawn. And yellow means they can't spawn yet, but red means they can spawn yet. So things should be turning red very soon. Or do I have that wrong? Or yellow means daylight will prevent it from spawning. Red means it'll spawn even during the day. That's what it is. And then there's this new thing in the bottom left down here that I'm seeing that's telling me what? Like how many dirt blocks total I have? That's kind of cool. For now, we'll sleep in a hole. Nice! I love me some hole sleepage. And we'll get a little furnace placed, and I'll throw in the rubber wood because I don't really need that for anything else now. We'll cook our mutton. Turn off F7 here. And yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a good spot for a base, I think. It's close to water, flat enough that it won't be a super big pain to terraform this area for outdoors, and we've got a nice mountain, so we can even have like a second floor pretty easily once we go a little bit into the side of the mountain here. As far as biomes around us, I haven't actually explored that much around this exact area, so that'll be a journey. We will probably build a bridge over this river eventually to get to the sand biome for when we need huge amounts of sand. There's a snowy forest down there. There's the village back to the east. There's lavender forest here. I feel like this is pretty good, actually. We found a lot of good stuff already on the exploration we've done. The only thing we haven't found that I really, really want is a slime island. Slime trees are so much better at getting sticky resin. Or what am I trying to say? Is that what I mean to say? Or is it what the slime trees give you? What am I trying to say? When you process these, it's the rubber dust. Yeah, it's rubber. So you can get rubber much more easily from slime trees. I think you need the sticky resin still for a couple other things, but yeah, so our goal right now, I think, is to get some chests going so we can actually store stuff. And we'll need to chop a bit more wood here. I will need some... Can I do dirt blocks for towering? And then we can chop. We can tower with some dirt blocks here to get rid of these dark oak. And yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, but I will start cutting more out of the basic stuff that I do from the future YouTube episodes. But for the first episode, I didn't want to cut out a ton of stuff because it's like, oh, chopping trees and mining dirt caverns is relevant. Like, I'm not going to be the YouTuber that just... Oh, I left my crafting table somewhere. Where did I leave it? Is it just over here? Shoot. I don't remember. Welcome to Krydax. Streaming. Why is there a creeper there? That's not good. And I can't sprint because I'm out of food. This is bad timing. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Hey dude. Well, another thing that I need to do that I just remembered is we need to claim some chunks here so that mobs can't grief our base. I'm not turning the mob griefing to false. I don't mind if I'm out exploring in a cave and mobs destroy stuff, but what I really don't like is mobs destroying my base. I'm not a fan of that. Some people are like, oh yeah, my Gregtech machine exploded and I don't mind. No, I mind. If my Gregtech machines explode, I already am mad because the machine exploded. I don't want to also lose whatever was next to it in the base. I don't love that. I know it makes for some exciting content once in a while, but it's far too painful for me. So we want false there and false there. I think that's good. And then we can hit this and claim, and I'm going to chunk load that one for now and claim everything around it. Okay. Make sure it's saved. Oh, does it not save? Wait. That's server settings. I hit the wrong button. Client settings? Team settings. False, false. Okay, I think we're okay. And it is false on enable explosions. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. All right, so now creepers might kill me, but they won't kill my base. Perfect. And let's chop another dark oak. Let's eat first. And I should also make more. Man, okay, this offhand thing. I'm gonna have to be smart about how I use it, because it just places. It's so place happy. It places everything. I'm gonna have to think about that. But I guess that's okay, except for food, because most items you're not right-clicking with them. It's only the only time it matters is if you're holding something that you're gonna right-click with. Like if you were gonna block with a sword, it would place, I assume. Is that true? Yeah, so like for most items you're just left-clicking with them, so I don't know. We'll see. But I need a crafting table again, so I need flint. So let's go find some gravel. I don't know where I left my crafting table. It's going to be really hard to find using this map, so I'm going to give up on that. It's not that hard to make more. We just need some gravel. Which is, I'm hoping there's a few somewhere along this shoreline. Well, there's some right there. By the way, you can go to Wyla and set liquids to hidden, and that way it'll show you the block that you're looking at through the water instead of just tell you that you're looking at water. I much prefer that option. Most of the time. Unless you're truly confused about what liquid you're looking at, but that's pretty rare. Most of the time it's water or lava, and you definitely know the difference, so don't need Wyla to tell me that. And watch us not be able to find any gravel. Wouldn't that just be a peach? So far, no good. Looks like there might be some over there. I'm hoping that's gravel. Yes, it is. Perfect. And there's even some above ground. Nice. All right, so what are my goals in this series? I mean, we've talked about wanting to get further than we got last time, but as far as like, do I have a perfect end goal? I really don't. It's to enjoy the Zen Garden experience is the #1 goal, of course. Wait, what is this? This is weird. It's like I was already here. But I'd really like to make it to the moon, is what I was gonna say. So the moon is in, I think, is it HV? Or the early EV? Search moon. And we'll start working through the quest book. I wish you can't press and hold backspace, which is surprisingly tricky. That's not what I wanted. Where's the actual moon? Huh. I don't think it's that. Oh, I guess these aren't sorted necessarily. Oh, I guess the space race is its own tab, and I'm guessing the HV tab just sends you over to the space race tab, probably. But yeah, anyway, I'd like to go to the moon for sure. I don't remember how far we were from it last time, but would like to get to the moon. We'll see if we can get there, and then we can get beyond. So let's start reading the quest book. It starts us out saying, "Hello, friend, and welcome to GTH. Don't get used to things being nice and comfy, because in about 10 minutes, the sun will set, and unlike vanilla Minecraft, there's no light whatsoever at night, but plenty of infernal mobs coming to get you. Your first task is to find food and shelter for the night. By the end of this quest tab, you will have a bed to make things easier." I cheated. You don't need to keep this book. Yep, I already threw away the quest book, because you can press tilde. I changed that to tab, by the way, because tab is doing nothing important in Minecraft. And they talk about the Discord. I do recommend visiting the Gregtech New Horizons Discord. I will also say it can be a little hard to get your questions answered there because it's so busy. They have 2 channels. For everyone that plays Gregtech New Horizons, they have 2 channels. General and help, and they kind of feel like the same channel. So there's not like a channel for new players. There's not a channel for like, I need help in LV or MV. It's all mixed together, and I realize that's because they don't have enough mods to keep things like, there's already too much work to help mods keep everything on track. But like, as far as a Discord experience, it's not maybe perfect, but it's good. I've gotten lots of things answered there, and there are other I would also actually recommend joining the Discords of some other streamers. You can join my Discord. I myself am not massively knowledgeable about GTH, but I know some things, and there's lots of people in my channel that know more things than me, and there are lots of people in other streamers' Discords as well that know lots of things, and those Discords are usually a little bit more slow-paced, so I would also recommend joining some of those Discords. And the wiki is actually quite nice. I highly recommend that. If you're looking to install the game, if you're looking to play the game, if you're looking to get ideas on what other mods could I add to the game, they've got guide pages on like IC2 crops and how to do bees and all sorts of other things. So I highly recommend the wiki. And then there's spreadsheets for stuff. I don't remember what all's in that spreadsheet, but all sorts of data. I use the Prism launcher if you're curious. Oh, frick. And this is what happens when you read the quest book. And I don't have my single torch. Well, maybe, if I'm lucky, we can just keep reading the early quest book here while no mobs kill me. How's that? So we'll claim our reward here. And our first goal was to get some logs. And it gives us a torch, which is actually really handy. Which apparently glows even as an item in the world. That's cool. I'm gonna throw away a couple things here. I don't need clovers. I don't need... Well, I'll eat the apple. First I had to place my offhand block. I don't need rotten flesh. I don't need a dandelion. I don't need bluebells. Okay. Now I have a torch. Hey, we're not in the dark. So now I should be able to dig my way out of here. Let's see if we die on the way home. But yeah, we'll work our way through the quest book. The early game is all about just kind of learning some of the Gregified recipes, you know, being able to get some sustainable food and farming, building a little home, and eventually you get... Oh god, a creeper. He went boom. You get enough, you know, mining and stuff under your belt that you can start the Steam Age. But that's still pretty far away. Like, we're not anywhere near. That's an infernal mob. Wonderful. Don't look at water with dynamic lights. Well, now we have to. What's wrong with it? Looks good to me. Oh, it's not smooth. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Minecraft lighting isn't smooth in the first place. Got poisoned by something. I'm just trying to die closer to my respawn point. That's all. Here, why don't we just, oh my gosh. This is Gregtech. Welcome to Gregtech New Horizons. Alright, we'll sleep. I don't even have a wall by this. I should probably get a wall. Okay, we'll let the sunlight get rid of things here. This is Gregtech New Horizons. Alright, so they've got a bunch of early tips. So back up your stuff. I highly recommend setting in the server utilities CFG. I mean, they tell you right here, like, get your backup set up. You can set how often they back up. You can set the number of backups it will keep. You can set whether it only backs up your claimed chunks or all chunks. I have mine to all chunks, but eventually you might explore so much that that's not really feasible anymore. Ooh, here's a new quest about the battle gear. With the release of 2.8 gtnh, permanent offhand has been backported and is available for every player. So there you go. We get a baguette for our troubles. Mushroom biomes. Why are there so many? The gtnh pack is made for the realistic world generator. If your setup uses vanilla biomes generator, you will get huge mushroom biomes over the map. Oh yeah, that's not a problem. Numbers in the corner. They're talking about the in-game info mod. It shows whether you're in an ore chunk. It shows a bunch of other useful stuff. This is talking about TPS to measure your ticks per second. You can config the IGI. There's lots of ways to customize. Too many keys to fit a 104 key keyboard. There are many keybinds in the mod pack. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Aditya? Welcome, welcome. There are many keybinds in the mod pack. To avoid this conflict, some of them are unbound from the start. Battle gear, draw weapons. Is that still a thing? Because didn't battle gear get switched to the offhand? Journey map, B is making a waypoint. Control B is the waypoint manager. And J is the full screen map. Those are all important. Inventory tweaks, R is sort inventory. Is that true still? The R for the inventory? No. For me, it's middle click. I might have changed that, though. Okay, it is middle mouse button by default. Is that a drowned creeper? That's bad news. We don't want that anywhere near our base. No, it's a lightning creeper. Well, I'm deaf. Are you deaf? Okay, so he's gone, and getting through the rest of these. Better questing has a number of useful commands for the quest book. You need to have cheats enabled to use them. Update your quest book after you update the mod pack. It reloads the quest database from the file. Your save file stores a version of the QB that can be different. Okay. Edit quest, admin reset all, reset ID, admin complete. If there's, what I will do, if I end up having one of those issues where we did the quest, but we didn't hold the item in our hand to complete it, but then we ended up using that item for another quest. And they've done some work to remove a lot of those frustration moments, but they definitely do still exist, or at least I imagine they do. It would be hard to remove all of them. So if we do end up running into that issue, I will allow myself to cheat that quest into completion, because it's not really cheating. I did do it, right? I just didn't happen to scroll through and hold it. It can especially happen when you're using like crafting tables which pull from inventories, because then you never have the item in your own inventory, and that can be kind of annoying. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sopo. Welcome, welcome. And there's lots of other commands. I'm not going to read all of this right now because it's not super related to me. BQ3 hardcore mode. You only start with 3 lives. Yeah, we're not doing that. So we do get a book and quill. I don't know what that's useful for. I guess there's different manuals for certain mods. We're not going to get to make an enchanter anytime soon. We'll most likely find one first, so don't really know how much I need that. And then chunk loading. Minecraft works in chunks. So we already know about chunk loading from server utilities. There are anchors from Railcraft apparently. Certain blocks just always are chunk loaded, so we're not going to do that. But we get a cookie. Okay, so that's kind of a lot of the information out of the way. Now for the actual quest book. Where's the flint? As you might have noticed when collecting gravel, no flint dropped for you. Well, there is a recipe for that. There's always a recipe for everything. So flint, as you might have already noticed from when we made the bed earlier, is just 3 gravel. So I don't have flint on me though. Well, let's go get our death. Do I have enough flint? I might. I might just have enough. Wow. I don't think I placed those there. That just is legitimate 3, what are those called next to each other? Something's wrong here. That was weird. I don't know why those items weren't showing up. A desync? How am I having desyncs on my own local host server? Doesn't seem to have any issues, but okay. Classic. We'll delete our death tracker there. And for now, I just want the chest so I can start putting some stuff away. We'll come back for the rest. Where's my base? I need to make a little doodad. Home base. And I don't want... Let's see, how do I... Isn't there a way... I can have it show the icon without the pillar? Maybe I can't. I thought I could, though. Maybe not. Because I don't know if I want the giant beam of light. Well, we at least have that if we need it. Maybe I can, no, there's no alpha. I was like, maybe I can make it invisible. Options in the bottom left. Aha. Oh, there we go. Enable waypoint beacons. Where did you... There must be a cave nearby. There must be a cave harboring zombie fugitives. Oh my gosh. We've got a rare, thorny, furious zombie of hunger who's auto-healing. You know, infernal mobs did not give me much trouble in my last playthrough, but we seem to be having... Ah, this is where they're coming from. We seem to be having some issues, don't we? Why don't I place the chest so I can get enough inventory space? Don't worry, we'll actually play the game eventually. And then I can put away my gardens. That's the main thing that's taking up so much space here. And a random cauldron and our coins. The zombie seems to have not aggroed anymore. Wait, we just gained research points down in the bottom right. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I know what it's about. It's about Thaumcraft, but that's kind of odd. And then, now what? Now I need more wood, which it might have automatically disappeared. It was by our other death marker. Okay, it's still here. Pick that up. This guy's never gonna die. Because he's regenerating faster than he's taking damage. Oh, we got an extra heart from the, whatever it's called, the mod, diminishing returns mod. What's the mod called? The one with nutrition. Anyway, when you eat enough hearts worth or shanks worth of different types of food, it gives you more hearts. So that's a really good way to get more maximum health. Spice of Life, thank you. That's the name of it. And with more maximum health, you can have all of the hearts. Dark oak log. Let's make a crafting table finally, because we have gravel here. Crafting table. And there we go. Get some more sticks. And then we need another axe. We need another shovel. I will need a hoe now to start planting things. And wait, why didn't the fireworks go off that time? We were getting fireworks earlier. And now we're not. All right, and something we're gonna wanna, oh, there they go. Extremely delayed fireworks. And then we wanna make a bunch of chests. So a chest is, wait, I thought slightly larger chests were removed, but they're still there. Because now we have barrels. 2.8 has brought barrels into the world. And those are nice for putting things underneath machines. So that's super handy. Hey, thanks for the sub, Arcturix. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, just regular old wooden chest. That's a demon's chest. This is, oh. Okay, that's weird. Why is the chest showing... Nothing else is showing its recipe. But when I mouse over the chest, it shows the recipe. That's weird, right? Because I favorited it. Oh, interesting. Oh, that was during the test stream. Okay, yeah, I'm like, I don't remember doing that. It's because we did during the test stream. All right, so anyway, the chest, we can then use regular logs, planks, and a piece of flint. So we need some more logs here. And I don't love birch, but it'll work for crafting chests. This guy is going to be really annoying. I wonder if I have enough damage to kill him without getting wrecked. See, the problem is he hits me, I think, at a longer range than I can hit him. So this is not going to go well. I'm gonna have to lure him into some sort of trap. I don't really know the best way to do this. Die a bunch of times. This is a really annoying infernal mob to have right next to my base. What's funny is, like, infernal mobs spawn quite a bit at night, but they're not, like, all over the place. I feel like we just got pretty unlucky. Why don't I just lure him away, maybe far enough away, and then he won't bother us anymore. He's got a pretty low aggro range, though, which is really weird. Like, why is he not chasing me? I mean, I'm glad that he has a low aggro range. So if we just lure him over here a little bit, we should be fine. As long as he doesn't wander back. Come on, big guy. Stay away from my home. I guess I could build a wall around him. That's probably the easiest way to do it. A little further. Okay, stay there. Give me all my stuff back. Wait, what? What achievement did I just get? Is it from my raw human meat? Okay, something I would like to do is close up this area. You know, it's probably still too dark in here, actually. No, we're okay. Oops. That's the wrong button. I probably should... Can I make F11 not do full screen, not full screen? Because I'm going to accidentally hit that sometimes. Ugh. Alright, more chests, more logs, more wood. Okay. That's the current task. Let's start cutting trees. Just kill all monsters. Yeah, I guess that works. Hey, Swanicus, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome, welcome. Got it. Got the wrong numbers here. 5 is for shovel. That's just what my brain knows. Shovel is on 5. Axe is on 4. Torches are on 2. That's why that one's empty. I hear another zombie. I guess on the mini-map I can see they're underneath me. So we'll have to go underneath in that cave eventually and take out... Or not take out, but just put torches down there. So that we don't get random mobs spawning for no reason. Alright, there we go. These wooden tools are pretty rough. So the quest book will work us towards better ones though, so we'll get there soon. But for now it'll just be a lot of logs. A lot of logs are harmed in the making of this video. And why don't we extend this by a tile? And then put a door in. Oh, I did not do that correctly. I forget, do mobs trigger pressure plates or not? I can't remember if that actually keeps them out or not. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Goodbye, Mr. Chicken. I need your poultry. Whoa. Just sent that pig. Do rabbits drop meat? I don't know if they actually do. And I'm not gonna... Oh, well, I just found out. A mob killed a bunny, and it does drop meat. Yes, they do trigger wooden pressure plates. So what did I use then last season? Is it steel pressure plates are player only? There was some, or I can't remember. I remember using some form of pressure plate that wasn't triggered by mobs. At least I'm pretty sure. I had some sort of garage door system that was triggered by pressure plate that mobs didn't open. It must not be the normal ones. Is that garnet sand, huh? But that's not... Wait a second. Why didn't I just get a notification about that getting added to the ore chunks? Gregtech ore veins. Because normally the map will add the ore veins that you find to the map. I'm wondering if garnet veins are small ores that can spawn anywhere. I don't remember them being that, but my memory is really bad, so... Might just be... Oh, Dave, yeah, you're saying it's small ore. Put the gtnh tag on my stream. How do you put tags on stream? Oh. Huh, there you go. Is this new? I don't remember being able to add a bunch of streams like this, or tags like this. Okay, well that's easy. And back to the hidey hole here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the chest. How do we do this? Control Shift A. No, Control Alt A. Control Shift A. And then that. How do we do this? You gotta click and drag that. How do I just want that to be its own. How do you delete this group once you drag it? How do you do that? It's not control click, it's not shift click. Remove group, shift A. Well, that doesn't solve my problem. That just destroys the whole group. Can you remove the grouping of it? Like if I had that in there and then separately I had that and then they're grouped, how do you then undo that? It's got to be a way. Right mouse button plus drag. There we go. Now we got it. Anyway, so okay, check this out. This is the auto crafting feature. So we've got our chest figured out here, and you group it by clicking and dragging down there, even though we only had one recipe. And I did Control Shift A here to add the recipe. Then you right click it, and now it's, I don't know what the right clicking does exactly. It toggles crafting chain. And what that means is now if I had like a recipe for flint, then what we can do is we can Control Shift A on that, drag the group, and now it sees the flint as part of the chest. So if I Control Shift scroll, then you can see that it's also, what's the difference between Control Shift scroll and Control scroll? There is a difference. When I hold Shift, it highlights the flint differently. Control Shift scroll. It actually doesn't claim to do anything different. Maybe it's just holding Shift. Oh, holding Shift just shows things differently. That's all. Anyway, so then you've got your whole crafting chain from gravel and logs. Oh, but we need a way to make the planks from logs. So then you're like, okay, we want planks from logs. That's in shapeless crafting. And then I don't know if it's going to work, by the way, with all these or dictionary logs. So we're going to find out. But Control-Shift-A, add that in, include it in the group. And now you can hold... Uh-oh. I don't think it's working. Oh, no, here we go. You can see the ingredients here are logs and gravel to get a chest. The problem is, I think it might want those exact... We'll see if this works or not. It might want those exact types of logs, so I might have to make sure I pick the correct type. But all we need to do is have logs in our inventory, which we do. Open up the crafting table, and then you Shift-C. And encounter a bug? I think because we don't have inventory space, I think it'll work now. Yeah, so I just Shift-C and it makes me a chest. Wait, why does it not work again? Am I just out of logs? I have 22 logs. You know what? I wonder... Oh, it crafts to that amount in your inventory. It doesn't... Oh, I assumed it would be how many it crafts each time you do Shift-C. I didn't realize it was like it gets to that amount. Okay, but it's still stopped. Is it because it doesn't understand the wood to planks because it's the wrong type of wood? But it made one chest more. So it doesn't do partials either, so you have to get it exactly right so that you have enough for everything. I assumed it would just make chests until I had enough. No, it's definitely not seeing this part of the chain as the birch logs. It's the birch logs, or whatever this is the issue. Maybe because it's fireproof planks is the issue. But it's annoying because these scroll through random planks which include fireproof planks. But it could be that, because you can hold shift and then change these. There's like a lot of... So I wonder if I do a normal wood and a normal plank. Maybe that'll work. Let's try that. And then now we can do normal wood to plank. Maybe that will work for us. No? No, still not enjoying birch logs. Huh. Maybe it really does need to be exactly birch? Well, what we can do is we can just use recipes for this and add it this way. Oops. But I wonder if it's gonna... It might not see that properly either. No, it does. Okay, maybe that'll work now. There we go. Yay! Woo! Favorite all the recipes, so you or dictionary. I don't understand how favoriting it changes anything. I don't really understand what favoriting does. Like if I favorite the birch plank from birch log recipe, what does that do for me if I was setting this up? How does that change anything? If you favorite everything to craft a chest, all you have to do is bookmark a chest. You're gonna have to say more words than that. What do you mean? So if I favorite this gravel to flint recipe, and I favorited that, you're saying it will automatically kind of imagine there are favorites here? What if there were two favorites that accomplished the same thing? It'll pick whichever one it needs, but what if there's multiple that it could use? How does it pick which one to use? What criteria? Okay, well, I need more logs before we are able to do more. I actually need food. That's what we need. If there were multiple types of logs, though, and both would be valid, how would it know which one to use? I'm not tracking with something there. Chopping the wood is gonna be what we're doing all day long. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep here. And 6:33. It's also weird it keeps telling me the respawn is set every time I sleep. Which is weird. Because it's already set to that bed. Ah, another thing to tweak. You can only favorite one craft for an item. Oh, so like there's only, I can't favorite two different ways to make planks. I guess the question is though, I could favorite a way to make birch planks, and then couldn't I favorite a way to make spruce planks, and then don't I have two different planks that could be made via favorites? Your testing showed it picks one randomly. Okay, but that would only matter for things that can be or dictionaried in the first place. So it's not like the biggest of deals. I get it. All right, let's eat some pork chops here. Okay, so early priorities. Oh, by the way, I have a notes app. Ta-da! So this notes app is going to help us keep track of all the wonderful things we're going to do. So early priorities, we need to find coal vein. So that's going to be on our list. And then we can pin our find coal. That doesn't seem to work. This worked last time. This worked in my testing. This is literally just called the Notes app, but I don't know why it's not working. Oh, you know what? It might need to be in the text itself. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. So now we can have a little indicator over there that's reminding us what we're actually working on right now. And you can easily unpin things as desired, so you can keep track of kind of what you're doing. So like right now, overall to-do list is find coal vein, and then better tools, and what? Chests and furnaces. Like, how big does this pinned thing get? Oh, did it not save? I think I had to hit the save button. That is kind of annoying. But I think I did hit cancel, to be fair. Better tools. Can you use icons? I have no idea. Probably not. Chests and furnaces. Yeah, I don't know much about this mod yet. I haven't played with it a ton. I'm wondering if you can also change like how big, because that's pretty big over there. If I'm keeping it, you know, keeping track of it like that. So I'm wondering if in the mod options you can make it smaller. Nope, there's no configs. Cool. It's still nice to have over there. It's kind of our quest list. I'll want to be short with what I title things. What the heck is going on over here? That just explode underground? Because the longer the text is, the more things go off the screen, so. Schists and ferns, you know, is gonna be better. And we can just have find coal. And then we can just have tools. Good tools. And then that way it doesn't take up as much space. But yeah, so we'll need to look for some different veins. Do we want to do that yet? I don't know. There's so many things to do. We need more food too. We need to start planting things. Why don't I just willy-nilly throw some gardens down for reproduction here. Let's grab a couple gourd gardens, couple stock gardens, couple tropical garden. I mean, we need all of them in pretty large amounts eventually. Why do I keep getting stuck on that door like that? Is that just how multiplayer servers work, even if you're on localhost? Because that is kind of annoying. Starting to feel less and less convinced I actually want to be running a server on my computer. There are rules to how these propagate. If you have too many close together, they won't. So that's why I'm kind of spacing them out like this. I'll get more organized about it. It's free to move them later, so I might as well just get this all going. I think it's like a 5x5 area, plus or minus a few Z levels or something. I don't know. I used to know more, but it's something in that ballpark. Apples are growing right here. Ooh, and we got some berry bushes, which I will actually just break one. And munch, munch, munch. Mars, does Gregtech have a quest system? Yeah, so gtnh has a great quest book. We're starting to work through it here. We've actually completed the flint quest and the crafting table quest. By the way, there's this whole coin system. So I haven't talked about this yet, but coins are a way to kind of help players. If you do a lot of the quests, you start to accumulate different types of coins, and you can spend those coins in one of these tabs to purchase things that are relevant for you at the stage that you're in. So like if you're like, oh, I need some red alloy cables, you can use the coins you've gotten from succeeding in some other areas to help you get some of what you need more of. So it helps kind of shore up the gaps in your current playthrough. It's really handy. Certain things are really hard to find. So if you're like, oh, I can't find olive trees and you really want them, well, you can get a few of the forest ranger coins and now you have olive sapling. So it's really handy. I actually really like the system. There were a couple things in my last playthrough where I remember it felt a little bit overpowered almost. Like, oh, that's like easier to get from coins than it is to actually get the thing. But for the most part, it actually felt pretty balanced. And like, coins aren't the best way to get something, but they are a way to get something. And I highly recommend spending your coins. You should stockpile a few of them, but once you have like, you know, 3 to 5 stacks, like you should be spending some of those. So anyway, what was I going to look for? I don't remember. Oh, I was just planting the gardens. That's all. So yeah, we'll keep chopping some birch trees here. And I can play for about another hour and 20 minutes. So our plan, hopefully by the end of the stream, is to maybe have gotten... I want to say Tinker's Construct Tools. Are we going to be far enough by then? We might not be. No, probably not. We're probably still 2 streams away from Tinker's Construct Tools. Unless you're rushing them. Coins drop off a cliff later. Yeah, exactly. That's another reason to spend them. Use them while they're useful. Otherwise, you're just gonna hoard things for no reason. Okay, we closed this cave off. I should open this up a little bit more. Hey, Air22, thanks. Good luck to you in whatever you're doing too, but I definitely will need it. Gregtech is no joke. I love that we have different kinds of trees here too, and that's total sarcasm. Having different kinds of logs is so annoying. But yeah, we've got some extra chests, so let's start getting these placed down. Shovels are breaking. You know what we can do? We can favorite a wooden shovel. And we can put things on different pages, so we could have like a tools page where we favorite all of our... why does that have a little... What does that mean? That little yellow thing on the end. Weird. But I can just Control-Shift-A that. Click, right-click. And now I should just be able to, like, pop over here and Shift-C. Oh, but we need to make sticks and stuff. Oh, that's a group. Well, that is an annoying thing about grouping. Wait, but didn't I open the groups? I must have collapsed them again at some point. There we go. Thank you. Is it nighttime? Just about. So, we need a stick favorited recipe. But didn't I already do that? No, I didn't favorite sticks. Ha. So if I favorite sticks, now I should be able to Shift-C on this. No, still not working. What have I done wrong? Was that a specific stick that I've favorited? Oh, it's the Natura stick. Oh my gosh. This is how Minecraft gets ya. Alright, regular stick. How about we try that? Favorite that. Now, will this one work because it's a stick either way? Probably. Nope, still not working. Interesting. What have I done wrong now? Monsters nearby, huh? Can they wander around somewhere else? Do I have the recipe for birch planks specifically saved? No, but I thought that things would, or dictionary. Right? Or does it only... Because this one was working when I had birch planks. So... It must have... Can I see all my favorited recipes, by the way? Can I type, like, favorite? Or, like, some special command? No, it was working with the transwood planks. Let me sleep. I am a little confused because this one was working to make the planks for that. So how is this one different? I'm not sure. So you can even see it. Yeah, that's favorited. So shouldn't it automatically work? Or maybe it's still the wrong, maybe it's the wrong stick. Hold on, maybe I need to slow it down and pick the correct stick. That's probably, I think that's actually what it is here. If I do this, I bet this works. Drag, right click. And it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work because I'm not in the crafting table. And it still doesn't work. Because I have a shovel. No? Do I have a shovel? No, still not working. Am I missing the planks to sticks? No, I have that. And I have logs to planks favorite. Need planks because I have logs and logs to planks is favorited. So I don't need planks in my inventory. That's one, at least what I understood to be the beauty of favoriting things, is that it would do the whole chain. So I seem to be misunderstanding something here. Okay, I think we're back. Wow, sorry about that. No, we're not back. Hey, we're back. Well, that was weird. Sorry about that, everybody. My internet, like, died. I don't know what happened there. That wasn't even the normal thing that happens. Oh, but it's still dropping frame. It's so weird. It's dropping frames. I have to get a new internet solution, and I don't know what it is. I thought I had fixed it too. But anyway, back to this thing. I don't know why it's not working. It feels like it should be. I think the favorite thing is not working properly. Because if we were to add, and it does. So yeah, I think there's something wrong there. There's something bugged with the favorites thing. Because that's literally the recipe that's favorited, and it's not finding it. What if I remove this one? Let's see, let's put the shovel away. And it doesn't work. So the favorites thing seems to be busted. But that's so weird, because it was just working on the other one. Is it because I favorited that? No. Huh. I would love to know if this is a Krydax problem or if this is a bug. Huh. I mean, I made 5 chests in a row, Air22, so I'm pretty sure it was turning logs into planks properly for this. Like, I mean, we can even do it right now if I want, like, 2 chests. Oh, now that's not working either. Never mind. Interesting. So, yeah, I don't know if you're still here, but it definitely seems bugged, the favorites thing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. The favorites don't seem to be working as advertised. Everything works when they're all in the when you add them manually to the crafting chain, but the favorites thing is not working. So that's still fine. Like, it's still great. It would be nice if the favorites thing did work the way it sounds like they're wanting it to. Yeah, see, that works fine. But all I did was add the favorites, the thing that I've favorited, into the chain already. So I thought that was the whole point of having favorites, is that that thing will be automatically used in the chain wherever it's needed. So manually adding all of your favorites into the chain then removes the whole point of favorites. So I'm pretty sure something's bugged here. Nolial, that the whole point of having favorites is that you don't need to add them into the crafting chain. Again, that's what I've understood, at least. I mean, I could be wrong, but oh, it's already daytime. Look at that. Yeah, so the enemies under us are going to be really annoying. We're going to need to find some coal for that. But yeah, we can ideally set up the crafting chains for things like shovels, and then you can alt-click to do what exactly? Collapse and expand it. And yeah, what do you mean favorites tab? Where is the favorites tab? Because I was just trying to search for favorites. Go to NEI options. Is it inventory? Favorites, visibility. No tooltips, world specific. Oh, Air22, you just mean like marked recipes. Change the depth to 10. I'll change it to 15. We're going hard. So that will fix it. No, that did not fix it. This new feature is great. There may be a kink or two to work out. And just to confirm, we do have favorites all the way down. So remove the shovel and re-add it. Oh, okay. So add a new version. Remove the old one. Do that. Shift C, still not working. So, seems to be left click, the one on one and top. It doesn't seem to be working. It's not pulling from favorites. So something's not quite right here. We've favorited the birch log to plank. We've favorited the birch plank to stick. There's nothing more I can do. I didn't favorite the shovel recipe. Do I have to favorite that one too? Nope. Yeah, I think this is bugged. I mean, it works fine when we had the item chain all set up, so something's not right. Remove the shovel? I don't know what you mean by remove the shovel. Remove the shovel from the bookmark. Yeah, I did. I already tried that. We already did this. And then I added a fresh one. Control Shift A. Turned it into the crafting chain thing. Shift C. Doesn't work. And it's worked perfectly when the items have been in the chain. So it's clearly an issue with the favorites piece. Because when I add this in, you know, if I add that one in and I add these in, it's worked completely perfectly. Watch this. Boom. Shovel. So either favorites aren't automatically used in a crafting chain or something else is going on. All alone in the night. Thanks to our amazing devs, you no longer have to use a command block to reload your quest book between updates. Huzzah! Oh. Here's another quest book. I don't need an extra one. Go away. Do Shift A on the favorite button. Oh! Wait, what? For the shovel? So here, I do Shift A. Oh, okay. So it then will automatically go find my favorites to add into the tree as if I had done it manually. But it doesn't find things that aren't over there. Got it. Question, Cadis. Can I find all my favorites at one? Like, how do I find all my favorites? Because it doesn't seem like I can easily do that. Is there a way I can see all of them in one place? But yeah, now I can make a shovel. I can make a wooden axe. Yeah, this is super handy. Because we can be like, Shift A for wooden axe. We can be like, wooden pickaxe. I need to remember all my hotkeys here. Shift A, Alt click on these, and then I can just come up to a crafting table and make one as long as I have logs. Percent favorites. Nice. There we go. Because I want to remove this one. Sweet. Thanks for the help with that. I don't feel tired right now, but it's 6:40 p.m. Wow, it's really stormy out, so if... I got a blood moon on the 13th night? Are you kidding me? Fun! And it's literally like a freaking hurricane outside in real life. So, if this goes out, it's, it's because my computer died, or I died. One of the two. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll just have to mine out a little bit of space in here, and we can read some quests. so main quest and secondary quest. Now that you've made it this far, you might notice how the two new quests look different. Quest with the jagged edges is a main quest. It's linked to other... Okay, this is stuff we understand. What are the coins for? You can use them to purchase things in the coins quest book tab. We already talked about coins a little bit, and this is enough to purchase a sapling. And so now these are our main quests here. Tools. Hey, we made one of all the wooden tools. So we've learned how to do that, and we get a reward of a loot bag, basic Stone Age. I mean, that's probably more useful than a cookie. And then we get some coins here. So let's see what's in our Stone Age loot bag. Here, let's see what can a Stone Age loot bag get us? Mostly food. Or some armors. A copper chest would be nice. But yeah, pretty much all food. I'm okay with that. And we get... nothing. Hooray! Yeah, we got our 1% blood moon on day 13. Feels good. Feels good, man. Alright, Monster Hunter. Wait, this is confusing. This one has you craft all 4, but then this one just has you craft a wooden sword as well. But we already crafted a wooden... Nope. Sorry, those are the 4 tools. I'm wrong. Totally wrong. And then we needed 6 wool, which we already got. Look at this. Just blowing through the quest book. I'll take another chest. Thank you very much. That's just telling us how to craft those things. Okay, monster trap. If you're lucky enough to spawn near sand, you can find some quicksand. Dig a small ditch and fill it with the quicksand to protect your dirt base home. Just don't fall in. I don't think it's worth collecting 64 quicksand just for that. And we can make stairs. Weirdly, this recipe is not Gregified, so that's nice. So we can just make stairs. Bamboo fence. Huh. Interesting. These are just options to protect yourself, but we're not gonna need any of those. Oak sapling. Oak trees are not apple trees. Oak trees that give apples? Who the hell added this to Minecraft? But you can combine an oak sapling and an apple to make an apple sapling. And then there are other types of fruit trees as well. So we'll get some of those growing. Your first long-range weapon, wooden spear. I don't think I care about that. I mean, other than making loot bags, we get a bow soon enough, so it just doesn't quite feel worth it. Wow, it's just raining so hard out there. Alright, so we need to mine some cobblestone. We need to make a furnace, which we already did. We need to make a soft mallet, which we already did, to get to the bed. So we're getting there. I don't want to mine too much, though, until we've found more torches. Because we want to be able to light our whole base. So, look at all these chests, though. This is great. Wait, do I have to do it that way? Can't I place these next to each other now? Am I making that up? Sneak press? No. Okay, I thought we could. Maybe that was in a different version I played. You can put them on top of each other. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we'll get some storage action going over here. Let's put all our coins into one. It's raining so hard outside, it's like I can barely hear the game anymore. The loot bags can turn into Steam Age loot bags at 3-to-1, and those can turn into... Those cannot turn into LV loot bags. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, okay. But that's only in the assembler. So you'd have to... No, you can trade them. You can trade them in here. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll probably spin the stone ones. You'd have to get 9 stone ones to get an LV. So... Is there like a tornado warning? Let me make sure I'm not about to die. Real quick. I think we're okay. Just a lot of rain. Just a lot of rain. It's still nighttime here, 2:26 a.m. What else do we need to do? I don't know how to be organized at this point. Let's throw all of our Pam's stuff into one. Maybe just everything related to things that grow can go in one chest for now. Those will all go in here. Did the door just open? It might have. And then a rabbit hide, huh? Okay, I'll put tools in there, backup tools here. Mob drops can go in there. Maybe food goes in the top left. Mushroom garden. Alright. I don't know what to do with my stone dust for now. For now, we can put blocks in here. Krydax's head. Random flesh. A book and quill is super random. I'm not gonna need that anytime soon. We're at 4 a.m. I'm gonna need so many more chests to be organized. And we're still early in the game. Alright. I'm putting blocks in here for now. I'll put the loot bags with the coins. Or I'll just use the loot bag. Hey, 8 string. That's actually useful. That is actually nice. I need to take a quick little break here. I think this is a good time for it, and I need to go check on something outside and use the restroom. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back to the stream here in a moment. You guys go stretch your legs, get some water, and we'll be back in a jiff. Oh, I'm so sorry. YouTube chat, I think, has gotten frozen for some reason. So everyone that's been chatting on YouTube, I'm so sorry I've not been seeing your chats. YouTube chat is glitched out and sometimes the window stops loading. That's really annoying. I'm sorry guys, I've missed so many of your comments. Probag, The Hark, John Brown, Journey. Sorry everybody. I don't know why the window just stopped. It doesn't even tell me it's gonna stop. It's really annoying. It just dies. Anyway. Okay, I will be back in a minute. You guys go get some water, stretch your legs, stuff like that. Be good to yourself, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Can I turn down mob sounds? Actually, yes, I'm very interested in doing that. Okay. Well, that was a lot of things happened at once there. My internet went out. Maybe it was related to the storm. Oh my god. What? Get out of my house. No! These spiders seem faster than normal. Is it? They're jumping? Jeez. Oh gosh. Yeah, that was a witch riding a spider, and it's in our house now. This is great. Great stuff. Throwing potions at me. Can you despawn already? Oh goodness. It's raining so hard out there. All my plants were knocked over out on the porch, which was rough. Okay, we're gonna die. I assume. A wither witch. Do they despawn? This is how it's gonna be, huh? Well. Good news is, I got infinite lives, and you don't. This is peak gameplay. Oh, they heal with potions? Fun. Okay, we're getting out of here. Never mind. Alright, come on. Come on, there we go. Get out here. Maybe you'll despawn eventually. Gosh. What ridiculousness, man. This game... I feel like I got really unlucky with my Valheim spawn, and I don't feel like we've had the best luck on our spawn here. Why don't we just get the creeper blown up? That feels good. Alright. And we're gonna try to draw them away. Yeah, this is their house now. We need to go find a new base, everybody. Oh my goodness. Rightis, why did I not continue my old save? I mean, that's a good question. I think for me, for one, there's two big updates that have come out, and I'm just not... I don't love updating in the middle of a base. You know, it breaks various things, it changes things, so some of it's just preferring to get a fresh start. And another part is, like, that was our first run at gtnh, and there's so much that we've learned since then, and... from that, and I just feel like there's a lot of value in starting fresh that you kind of miss out on if you keep your old save. Like, some of it is just, I don't want to go back to my old save because my old save sucks, you know? And it doesn't suck, but it certainly isn't my best. Do they not despawn? What is going on? This is really weird. And why is the game so glitched out when I'm on a local server? I, like, didn't even see a health bar there. Is that, like, intended magic effect? Or is the game glitching out? Because I'm in multiplayer. Like, shouldn't I be able to... Now I see a health bar. I just don't understand why, like, I'm having server issues when I'm on a local server. Like, you'd think... I don't know. Stuff like that wouldn't happen. Anyway, we need to get all our items back. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so can we get far enough away from you that you won't be chasing us anymore? No? Do witches not despawn? Does anybody know? Hey, Fiery Boy, thanks for the follow. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here other than like slowly whittle away at the Wither Witch. I guess they're not that tough if you actually have a sword instead of pieces of your own rotten flesh. We might die though. That's fine. Oh, we lived. The boy who lived. Hey, Tech Eagle, how's it going? The update's been great. So, okay, getting stuck on the door consistently is... That alone might make me switch to a single-player world. That is really bothering me. But yeah, gtnh 2.8 is in alpha, and so they don't have like patch notes so far, but it'll be out in beta soon. And I don't really know a lot of the new stuff. We've tried the auto crafting feature, and it's really awesome. Being able to craft like in one click a new shovel or a new axe, or... And I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Like, you can craft a whole LV circuit in one click. You can craft a whole stack of LV circuits in one click. So that sort of stuff is awesome, and I'm really excited about that and getting to use more of that. Our goal right now is just the basics of, like, getting torches and doing some of the early quests in GTNH. We did get a bed already, but... Sowing carrots. If I make sticks, I can get carrots to turn into seeds, so we should do that. Let's get rid of the clover and cook some stuff. Where did I put all my birch logs? I guess I used all of them. No, they're in my inventory. Okay, so let's make some planks to use as fuel. And then we'll grab our steak. I don't need the raw human meat. Okay. Got a couple food items here. I don't really need the mallet, but yeah, we need to go looking for... I'm gonna grab another one of these. I need a backup pickaxe, I think. Let's just turn these into sticks. And then backup pickaxe. Now, see, that's weird. Is it because the one I have had damage on it? It did make another one. Whereas now it won't. Interesting. Definitely want a backup sword. So to do that, we do recipe, Shift A on favorite. Collapse that with Alt click, and then I can Shift C, make a backup sword. Okay, and now it's nighttime. This is so annoying. How do I make this better? Maybe I can... They're underneath me is the problem. We're like right over a cave, and it just happens to be very annoying. Maybe if I go up a little bit, it'll be far enough away. Like, what if I go up here? There we go. That's better. That's better. Are mobs gonna spawn up here? No, I think we're good. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I hit F11 again. I really need to change that hotkey. Is that in here? It is. I don't know what I'll change it to, because you can't do Shift F11 in Minecraft. I actually don't know what to change it to. Maybe that. I'm never gonna hit that on accident. Right bracket. Alright, so let's go mine and craft. How's that sound? F9. Part of the problem is my mic is right in between my eyesight line and my F keys, and so I have to like guess at where it's at, and apparently I'm not very good at that. The more you know. Alright. It would be nice if we just happen to find a coal vein first. Do I have like a tower of dirt? I do. So we're looking for ideally coal or anything that would be iron or copper are all really good at this stage of the game. Any of the basic metals. But really we just need coal to make torches. I could also rely, oh gosh. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. And of course there was a flower in the exact square I wanted to build that on. Well, I have no idea what's in this area, but maybe someday we'll find out. And then my method is to put one there so I don't accidentally fall all the way down. And then the one that sticks up is the one we need to mine down to not fall. On to the next one. You know, I don't know if using this method is the best way. I mean, does the quest book give us some more? That little spider is still around? Goodness. Does the quest book give us some more torches soon? We kill pigs. Can craft a knife. A knife would be good to collect food, but we have to have metal for that, right? Or does the flint knife? Can we still do... We can. Okay, stick in a flint. Yeah. So that we can do, and we should kill passive mobs with that. And that will give us cooked meat. So let's get that real quick. Press the magnifying glass in the NEI recipe page. Alright, so we'll have one of these on hand. Oh, to search. Right. I always forget that's there. I did know that's there, but it didn't act like I knew it was there. Death. Okay. I mean, our best bet truly would be finding a cave that's exposed to an ore vein, but that's a pretty low chance. And we can't just make charcoal. Withering dust. So for now, I'll just need more pickaxes, I guess. Okay, we already did that one. I mean, we'll find coal eventually. Let's just keep prospecting here. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be the first one we find. I could also make flint tools first before I start worrying about prospecting. Okay, what do we got? Cassiterite sand, garnet sand. Yeah, cassiterite sand I think is good. Isn't that tin? Isn't that 10? What am I looking for? Yeah. Okay, that's great. That is great. You know, I should probably make this cobble so I remember that I've actually already been here. Okay. Yeah, and so then Gregtech remembers that that's 10 right there, which is really nice. And then you can mark it depleted once you've like mined it all out. So you can keep track of all your ore veins nicely. Super duper handy. Yeah, maybe we should work on better tools first. I should probably find rubber trees and then regular... I think regular oak trees are actually pretty good for wood. I can't remember if they can grow slightly too tall. I think there's a tree that always grows, like, nicely. Chalcopyrite. That's a small ore, so it's not counting. But I don't think small chalcopyrite spawns just anywhere, which means I think this will be. That's a small iron ore. Well, maybe they changed that. I don't know. Ores are different now. Okay, this is a copper vein. Beautiful. That's actually really lucky. That is one that we are definitely gonna completely mine out at some point. How are my pickaxes and shovels doing? I think I can do another one. The water is a little annoying here. This is a little dark. Somehow it's getting darker. Oh, perfect. Cassiterite sand. Alright, well, might give up on coal for now. We can always go back and get a few torches from the random coke that we found in that chest with steel. That apple's done. Why did I just see a Krydax 8's team pop up at the bottom? Oh, is it because I entered the chunks? Oh, I need to turn that off. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I don't care about knowing when I've entered my own claimed chunks. The village should also have some torches. You know, I don't remember it having very many. Maybe it did and I just missed them. We have birch saplings right now, but that's it. Okay. So let's make another wooden axe. Yeah, I kind of want to start growing oak trees. I'm gonna hope for an oak sapling from one of these little guys. I don't even... Oh, there's the crafting table that I lost. That's funny. I don't even know if these little baby trees can create saplings. I'd assume they can, because the leaves are still there, but... We'll find out for sure. There it is. Yep, got one. Alright, well, we have one sapling. Guess we can plant that out on our front lawn. I need to do some lawn mowing here. Clean things up a little bit. Jump up on, burn our little feet before we go to bed. That's funny. Not the best staircase known to man, a hot furnace. But it works, I guess. In a pinch. Oh, this is the wrong place for flowers. Okay, so then right now, I guess continuing to follow the quest book is my goal. So let's grab some sticks. What? Oh, okay. Normally those auto detect. Maybe it's a little delayed. Okay, and then we need to plant some carrots. Blueberry plus raspberry. Yeah, we found a bunch on the way over here. And then cobblestone. I don't have enough. I need to go find some more. How do you turn carrots into seeds? Carrots into seeds. Oh, you can't? Oh, do you just plant the carrots? I think you just plant the carrots. Maybe. Uncertain. Uncertain, so we shall go discover. Hey, Chad. Oh yeah, there are crop sticks, but I don't think you need crop sticks for carrots. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and then we got some apples growing over here, which is actually quite convenient in the very early game stages that we're in. Get some free food. Oh, there's just so many things. I almost cut that tree down. That is an apple tree, not an oak tree, as they were very clear to tell us. Okay, why don't we do a little mining, just to have... I'm gonna mine over here so we don't mess with our house, just to get to the 1 stack of cobblestone quest. So yeah, once we're done with the And So It Begins tab, we get into the Stone Age proper, which is all about getting better tools and lots of the various things you can do, like compact storage, you know, your first iron, being able to get metals, getting leather and tinker's tools and weapons, your first blast furnace, or coke oven, I mean, to get coke, how to get charcoal. So there's lots of stuff in the Stone Age. I actually really enjoy the Stone Age. So I'm really excited to get into that. But we're going to kind of finish up some of these quests first. Probably not all of them. A lot of these we don't need, but we will get the major ones done. So for now, we got to get 1 stack of regular cobblestone. Uh-oh, the power is flickering. We could lose power. Why start from scratch? Because A, it's fun. B, I feel like when I finish a playthrough, or well, I didn't finish my Gregtech playthrough. When I stop a playthrough, I'm stopping for a lot of reasons, and it's like I've lost interest in that world, and so going back to the same world is generally not very attractive to me. Did I not make another pickaxe? I swear I did. Maybe I already burned through it. Did I not make another pickaxe? I guess I didn't. Weird. Or, like I said, I already used it. Let me grab a couple logs. We don't have any logs. That's so annoying. So I have to have the correct type of wood. So if I want to turn oak logs into... Okay, it will use different planks. That's really interesting. It'll OR dictionary... So let me try to understand that. So it used the OR dictionary properly here, but it won't use the OR dictionary to get the logs from the planks. I wonder if I didn't have the sticks, would it have worked? Let's find out. If I don't have sticks, it still works. Okay. Interesting. All right, well, I will have to go here in a minute, unfortunately, because I've got some IRL stuff I got to do. But this has been a great first stream, and look at all these chestnuts we can collect. Wow, there's a lot of chestnuts on this tree. It's a nutty tree. I assume you can roast these. Yeah, and get roasted chestnuts. Perfect. Jeb. No, I'm seeing your chat. I just don't really know what exactly to say. You can shift scroll wheel, like if you're talking about like you can scroll these, and I did know that. But that's unrelated to what I was saying about that. Oh, you're saying I can do this here. Ah, oh, that's useful. Though in this case, I'm still confused on why, like, because this is birch planks specifically. It's not just planks, which is weird because this like accepts any of the following to make the same pickaxe, but this doesn't accept any of the following to make the same planks. So it's like you need somehow like a wild card plank making or something. Otherwise that's not gonna work. Yeah, I think I sort of half get it. Anyway, we need to finish out the cobblestone stack before we're done. I gotta at least get that quest done. Yeah, and the thing is, like, we're gonna be mostly mining one type of tree for all of our wood, so I'm not really worried about it. I should probably get crop sticks going already with oak trees, because those are just really strong. Okay, is that enough? Probably. All right. So combined with this, and we have a stack of cobble. Feels good. So we get our flint and some explorer coins. We get a furnace, or we made a furnace, so we get a Stone Age loot bag here. And next it wants me to bake some potatoes. I'll have to find some potatoes. And yeah, we'll be working on all these in the next one. We got some carrots planted. We'll get our... Oh yeah, why did I not plant... I forgot how easy these are to plant. We'll do this as well, because it takes 2 seconds. If I can find them. Our blueberry bushes. Literally all we... Getting stuck on that door is gonna make me rage. I don't know if that's just a multiplayer server thing, but that is so annoying to me. But yeah, we can just plant these super easily. Like this. And then they'll grow automatically into like a 2-high wall. That's great. Vasily, I don't know the ins and outs of how the quests work in co-op, unfortunately. Alright, so that'll grow me some blueberry bushes. But yeah, for Pi, yeah, I switched to pre-recorded, so we're just streaming Gregtech. So for those of you who are from future YouTube, thank you guys for watching the episode. For those of you who are here live, we'll be streaming more tomorrow. And let's kind of get our to-do list for the next episode. It's really more like get coke for torches. I'm just gonna call this to-do list. Next episode. Get coke for torches. We wanted to, I guess, do Tinker's tools, but that's just follow the quest book. So follow QB more. And then maybe plant some things. I think those are like my immediate goals. So that's what we'll be looking at in the next episode. So as always, yeah, thank you. It's good to see you guys too. Thanks for watching. As always, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Oh my gosh. The outro credits mute me based on the hotkey. I'll change the outro credits. You'll get the right ones here in a moment. Just be patient. Okay, sorry about that. So, basically, I'll do the outro credits, but that doesn't mean the stream's over. Usually, that just means the YouTube episode's over. For those of you who haven't been a part of the whole Gregtech streaming craziness before. So I'll still be here live for a minute after the credits. So they're only 20 seconds. So just stick around. Okay. And I will stretch because I really need that, actually. You should stretch at home too, everybody. Goodness. All right, today was a little bit chaotic. John Brown, I am so excited for this playthrough too, by the way. Today was chaotic for a few reasons. I don't think I quite had a grasp on exactly how I was recording something, so there was that craziness, and then on top of that, there was this crazy storm outside. There's just been a lot going on. Not very active credits just yet. Yeah, exactly. I'll get a new shot of something at some point. That's more interesting to watch. I kind of liked the chill, just mobs standing there though. It's kind of peaceful. I don't necessarily need it to be like a high activity shot, but all right, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the stream today. Tomorrow, we'll actually get things done. Just have clips of all your deaths. Yeah, I don't know how hard I'm gonna go on the editing. Oh gosh, speaking of deaths. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, right. They can just come right in because of the pressure plate. Cool. Speaking of all my deaths. Wow, he does a lot of damage. I can't even get past him. The door closed right behind me. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, come on out. Come on. Come on. This pressure plate has gotten me killed multiple times now. You coming? What is wrong with you? Are you not interested in killing me, or... I guess this is fine. Whatever's going on, I'll take a free kill. Alright. Fair. Weird. Okay, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll figure out more what our base is gonna look like in the next episode. This was very much just a starting episode. There's still so much more left to do. So, we'll go ahead and disconnect here, and yeah. You know what I should do? I'm gonna try to get in the habit of doing this. I should actually stop, and that way the server logs off properly, and that way I don't accidentally escape from the command line, which means I'm less likely to corrupt my save. Night night, Alor. See you guys later. See you later, John. We definitely need music for next time. Music in Minecraft's way too sporadic. See you later, Bandit.